Hello, hello, hello. It's Majid like magic, and this is the Content Creation Retreat Mind Map. Say hello to my friends. Say hello, friends. Hello, friends. All right. We are going to take the next 15 minutes or so to review what we've covered. So, shout out whatever comes to mind. What have you learned so far?
Always be ready.
Always be ready. Good. What else?
We're saying more than be authentic.
Be authentic. How do you be authentic?
Just be you.
Be yourself.
Yeah, okay. Cool. What else?
Post.
What is it?
Post.
Post. And we're talking about posting what?
Something rather than nothing.
Post something rather than nothing. Post videos.
Yeah.
What's that?
Add value.
Post photos. Okay, add value. What does add value mean?
Give something to your client.
Tips
Yeah.
or tricks. Tips or tricks. Done is better than perfect.
Good.
Teleprompters are your friends.
Okay. What did we talk about on the first day about like presence?
Branding.
Presence. Branding. What's branding?
Like who you are. Like, show up the same colors. Yeah.
Show up, step up. Cool. All right. Let's talk about the tools. So how do we make videos? What tools do we use? The phone. Yes. Laptop. Camera. Yeah.
By yourself, have some working with one or two other people.
Great.
And then being on camera.
Great.
Sticks. I don't know.
So I'm gonna call this styles.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Styles of video.
Yeah.
We have selfie video. We have a friend holds the camera / phone. We have professional videographer.
Yeah.
And what else?
Loom like this stick. We said that already.
Selfie stick.
Yeah.
We have loom, like I'm making right now.
You put teleprompter already.
I'm gonna put that under tools. Okay.
I do mine through Zoom.
Right. So Zoom can make a video. Zoom record the video right in Zoom. Okay. Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook Live. Okay.
With a company that does videos for you. What you have this
Hire a company. Hire professionals. Okay, let's talk about our experience with the professionals yesterday.
Awesome.
What made it awesome?
Well, they didn't just care about filming you. They actually, he would read the content and give you advice. He would, even though he's not a real estate investor, he somehow put himself
Uh-huh.
in that mindset,
Okay.
be able to reframe how you should say things.
So a director, so I'm going to call this person a director.
Yeah.
Even though they're holding the phone, even though they're holding the camera,
Yeah.
they're directing you. A director can guide you to become more comfortable, more clear. I would say it's going to be harder for you to sit down and crank out videos by yourself than it would be to produce videos with a friend.
100%.
Whether that's the friend is just holding your phone or whether that person is the director here. So I'm going to say a director, hire professionals. I'm just going to call this get help. And then a friend can hold your phone and encourage you.
Encourage you. Sounds like they can give you feedback.
Give feedback, bounce ideas. Okay. Anything else about the directors?
Well, he was guiding us with the boys, like how to see it sometimes, like the lighting.
So, director can guide you to become lighting, sound. So another thing, when you're using a camera with a microphone, sometimes some battery somewhere is not working. And usually the directors will have headphones on and they'll hear it. And as soon as it stops working, they'll know. It's devastating when you spend so much time creating and then you go back to watch your videos and you find out something wasn't working, like a microphone. So it's good to make sure everything is working. Now, let's talk about how you can show up. So, there are good clients and bad clients for a director. And there's sometimes the directors, they say, wow, working with you is so great, let's do that again. And sometimes the director will say, man, I never want to work with you again. What do you think is the difference? Let's make a list of good client.
Being coachable.
So good client is coachable. What else?
Prepared.
Prepared. Very good. Yeah.
Positive attitude.
Positive attitude. What else?
Brings their own value.
Brings their own value. Yeah.
Grateful for the tips.
Gratitude. Yeah.
Gratidão. That's how you say it in Brazil. Gratitude.
Gratidão. When I'm working with a service provider, I want them to feel like, man, I feel so lucky I met Majid. Because I'm going to be as helpful as I can. But I might also say, so what other opportunities are you looking for? Are you looking to film events? Are you looking to film more people? Can I get your card? Would you like me to make some introductions? So we don't have to do this, but if we ask ourselves, like, what would make us their favorite client? I mean, let's brainstorm a little bit. What if we even brought them a gift? Got them a little Starbucks gift card, These relationships, this is your team. And so for those of you who don't live in Ottawa, I suggest go home and find a videographer you can work with, and that's the person you're going to rely on whenever you have an event. That's the person you call. You found someone. You like this person.
Yeah.
You're going to work with them again.
Yeah.
What was it about working with them that made you feel like you want to do it again?
He checked in with me before the date. He looked up the venue ahead of time. He knew what the room was like.
Wow.
He had a sense of where I was going to stand and what he needed from me. We agreed on the deliverables very clearly, so we both knew what success would look like. Even with payment, it's like, I want a commitment, but you can pay me when you're happy with the deliverable at the end. And then of course we built in like how many edits per video. So I could actually give feedback and have changes made as part of it.
So I wrote, a great director looks at the room, plans ahead, makes sure the client is satisfied. Now, I've done this a lot of times. What's that? Okay.
He's expensive. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Is it expensive? Expensive and worth it. Expensive and worth it. Okay, so at this point, is the video guy, is their job done? Not done. Those videos are not posted online. Until they're online, it's not done. So now they're going to edit it. And my guess is those two guys who came yesterday are not the ones editing it. So they're taking it off of a memory card, putting it into some internet folder, some editor's editing it. They're going to deliver it to us. Now, we produced 144 videos yesterday. That's a lot of videos. So what I've found is that when a video professional delivers 144 videos, sometimes it's challenging for me to download it. And then once I download it, it's on my computer. I need it to get on your computer. So what I do is I make a Google Drive folder in my Google Drive, and I say, please put the videos in there. And then when they're done, the videos are already in my Google Drive folder, and I can share the Google Drive folder with you. In fact, I've already shared the Google Drive folder with you because I thought about this because I've done this before. You guys all have the Google Drive folder at the bottom of your logistics document. Okay? So that's like video delivery. Now, what would make you a bad client?
One last good thing, Prolan's.
What is it?
Prolan's manager says that we have to bring, not have to, but suggest that we bring thank you cards to set. He said make sure you always thank the director and the team and bring thank you cards.
Yeah, great. This is how you separate yourself. Because these people, they've got dozens or hundreds of clients, and you might as well be their favorite. Also, people love it when you pay on time. Nobody likes to chase payment. Pay on time, pay early, pay in full, be appreciative, because this is someone who's going to be on your team, right? What would make a bad client for a videographer? Late? What else?
No, coming prepared.
Prepare.
Unprepared.
Bad attitude.
Bad attitude.
Unwilling to take criticism.
Yeah.
Unable to take criticism. Okay.
Want to do things their way.
What was it?
Just want to do things their way.
Just want to do things my way. And what else, Teresa?
I was gonna say,
That's okay. Come back when. Okay, so that's about how we worked with the directors yesterday. All right. Let's talk about your clothing choices. So, clothes or costume. What did you choose to wear this weekend?
Suits.
Professional,
on brand.
Why did you choose professional suits on brand?
This is what we want to show for the client that want to try.
We want to attract the right client. Okay. Did anybody feel like the clothes that they chose they didn't like? Good. Good. You want to be on brand, which is portraying the image that you want to portray, and you also want to be comfortable. Okay.
You want to be more present than your clothes.
You are the visual aid. You are the visual. Yeah, so presence. I think we said presence somewhere here. Yeah, presence. Clothes does not distract from you. Okay? All right. How'd you like using those teleprompters?
Love it.
Why'd you love it?
focus
Easier? Okay.
on the delivery and then
Yeah.
Remember it.
Now, if you were giving someone tips about how to be proficient with teleprompter, what would you advise them?
Well, we did two different ones. We did script and then we did points, bullet points. Next time we would just do full on scripts.
Yeah, and that's what he suggested to me too, because he says if you have bullet points, you're thinking more.
go over time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The video. Yeah, he said no, he said script is good. And I thought it was gonna be just
I thought the
distracting.
script was going to be distracting, but it actually made it flow
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah,
Because you can focus more in
Easier
how
on
you
delivery.
you're present.
yeah.
Delivery is better and
Faster, makes it faster.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Takes the
Teresa
stress away.
takes the stress away. Yeah. Good. So Teresa was going around the house yesterday after she finished her videos and telling everybody, don't worry, you got nothing to worry about. It's going to be okay. Don't worry, you got nothing to worry about. So I'm curious, what were you worried about before that you realized afterwards you didn't have to worry?
Just having the script together. It's like, do I use this script? Do I use that? Is it going to be long enough? Because I used AI. I literally used AI for all of it. There was nothing from me whatsoever. I literally prompted AI and said, this is my ideal client. I'm a real estate investing coach. They're 18 to 35. They're busy professionals. Like I gave AI as much as I could, and I'm like, create me a script for up to a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
And that way there it would give me an outline. And then, whatever I was doing was actually, when AI was sending out the script, I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I was a fraud. It was, I can struggle sometimes with articulating. Because I can have a conversation with you for an hour and say everything that AI condensed in a 2-minute video. But it would take me an hour going, well, versus clear, direct, boom, 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 here's the points, done.
Okay, so we used AI to create video scripts, to create video outlines. We told ChatGPT who our ideal client is.
Yes,
We found that it kept things clear and direct.
yes.
Yeah. How else do we come up with content ideas? Yeah.
Other people.
Okay. Like what?
I learned to interview other people. I interviewed Leda. The one day I messaged her and I said, can I interview you? Can we just have a chat? And we're going to put this on Facebook right now. And it was like, well, she's like, right now, buddy, right now, right now.
Yeah.
So it's bring someone into my stage. Bring someone in, that way there I'm, edifying someone else. I found has been most of my presence right now on Facebook really has a lot less to do with me, but more to do with the people. I would say 90% about the other person, and then I'm just throwing myself in a little bit, like salt.
Okay. So yeah. So let other people have a majority of the attention. Okay.
One that helped us yesterday a lot was think about your client when they ask you. That was
Yeah.
There we go.
a big
What
one.
was that?
Think about your client and visualize them and see what would they
ask you?
What would they ask you?
Yeah. So just answer the questions that your client would ask. Okay, cool. Let's talk about some of the fears you might have had coming into this training or just in general around video and social media. What is it about technology that's scary?
Sure,
What is it?
sure.
Yeah. We've seen Terminator. Moving on.
I think it's like not looking good to the other ones, not looking professional, and not having the delivery, like me too much in my head, I guess.
Not looking.
Do you think it's a
Good.
language thing?
But it's a mix of language and me looking to.
Because I've interviewed you in French, and it's a different Andy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Running out of
I overthink too much instead of just being me,
Yeah.
Overthinking. What else?
running out of ideas, or like
Running
I say, you need to
of
record
ideas.
100 videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using words to fill the gaps, like things like that.
Mm-hmm. Filler words. And filler words is what we call the ums and ahs. And ums, ahs. If you were to use filler words and people would see them, what would happen? What's scary about that?
You not. You're not sure what you're talking about.
Like people
They get distracted. Maybe they get distracted. Or, yeah.
So you look.
Great.
I thought you did it on purpose. I'm like, that is pride.
You look like you're not sure what you're talking about.
Scared that people
That
get
you're not
disinterested.
Yeah.
Scared that people get disinterested.
Or
Yeah,
scroll.
distracted, yeah.
Just
Disinterested.
rollers, yeah.
Afraid people will lose interest. Okay. Let's look at some other ideas here. How about this group? How about this group of people?
It's a great group.
Great group.
Awesome.
What makes this group great?
Good energy.
The people.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Professionals.
Uh-huh.
Support it.
Like-minded.
Successful people.
Fun people.
Yeah.
Supportive. Yeah.
And how were you that contributed to this group?
Being
How did you
present.
show up? Huh?
Being present.
Present. What else?
Participate.
Uh-huh. What else?
Hosting.
Share ideas.
Encourage.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Be yourself.
Celebrate others' wins.
Mm. Laugh at each other constructively.
Yeah.
I think I got laughed at the most.
Yeah.
I have it on video for 10 minutes.
So sometimes people go to events and just as sometimes it's a show of their I've done this many times. It's like you can't make me do what you're telling me to do, so I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do. If I want to take off for an hour, I'm taking off for an hour. I do what I want. If I want to go run a webinar in the other room, I'm gonna do that because I'm so important. I have a webinar in the middle of my event that I'm attending. If I feel like this is too boring for me, I already know all this stuff. I'm gonna, go do something else, or I'm gonna be on my computer doing emails the whole time because I'm a multitasker and I'm twice as efficient as everybody here. We didn't see any of that here. We saw everybody present for themselves. We saw everybody present for each other. This is helpful. Thank you for that. What did you learn about the logistics of the event? From the food, to the space, to the parking, to the timing.
Everything was very detailed, planned.
Kept everyone together.
Efficient. Yeah, it had the, I don't know if it was on purpose or serendipitously, but it forged community.
Mm-hmm.
Forged community, like when we got the table outside and we got the table back and we always ate as a pack.
Going to the beach, going to the
So
spa.
the beach as a pack, some guy didn't show up to the spa and everything broke.
Let me show you something. Say it with me. King Cass.
King Cass.
Lovely Laida.
Lovely Laida.
Okay, don't repeat after me. Say it with me.
Okay, one.
Valiant Valentina. Safe Sergey. Loco Luis. Amazing Andy. Captivating Crystal. Trailblazing Teresa. Memorable Marjorie. Jazzy Jan. Kinky Karen. Radical Rod. And Magic Majid. You remembered that. I changed it. Yes. Okay, good. So that exercise, it's just a little bit challenging because we have to remember. It's a little bit fun because, sometimes our choice of word can be fun. We end up hearing everybody's name so many times. Names are an important way to create connection. I could have saved 10 minutes if I skipped that part. But you see, we're prioritizing connection, community. So,
So it's fun.
It was fun. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the spa. What'd you learn? What'd you learn at the spa?
What about the lake? Did we talk about that already?
The river?
The river?
The beach?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So what did that mean to you, the beach?
It's amazing.
Connection with nature.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ground.
What else?
The animals.
We are animals.
Yeah, amazing.
Us moving together
Somebody
is
came
as
The
a
dancing.
dancing.
here with you. Somebody had us in there and you came
Oh, yeah.
swimming.
Oh my god.
Pinky has that one.
Yeah. So bathing suits for most people are a little uncomfortable. And so if we can be a little bit uncomfortable together, the next day we're that much closer, right?
Uncomfortable or nude? What did you mean?
Well, I'm referring to like, yeah.
Did you guys get that? Just kidding.
And then the spa, there's actually a lot of uncomfortable that happens in the spa. Well, like when you're sitting in the sauna and your brain's going, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. And you're like having a battle with your brain. And then when you look at that cold water and you go, and then you get in the cold water, I'm getting out of here, right? And so the metaphor I keep with me is I can do hard things. And I wanted to bring this up because one of the ways to create content is to just share how you're interpreting life. This is what artists do. Artists experience life and interpret it with their medium. Painting, poetry, video. So if you consider yourself an artist and not a marketer, like when you're making these videos, if you're a marketer, then you're like, sign up now while supplies last. Call me today. That's a marketer. But an artist would say, I went to this spa, I learned something amazing, I want to share it with you. And now we get to learn and connect and remember how beautiful life is. And if you go through life like it's art, and you come to ideas and you come to learnings, even like, I was sitting in the sauna, I had this conversation, I want to share it with you. Hey guys, it's Majid, like magic. I had a great conversation yesterday in the sauna that I'm going to share with you, that I learned, that's taught me something about, made me realize something about how I do real estate. This guy in the sauna asked me, what do you love the most about your work? And for the first time I said what I told him. I never realized I loved this so much about work. I love creating communities. And my 16-unit building, one of the things that we do that actually keeps the vacancy down because everyone wants to stay, nobody ever wants to move, is we do annual block party. And I get so excited to host this block party for my 16-unit building, and the tenants, they come together, they meet each other. It's a great community, and they talk about when's the next block party all year long. And I'm sitting there in the sauna last night talking to this guy, and I never realized how much that means to me. And so one of the ways I do business is I do business with people. I do business with families. I know all my tenants' names. I know their children's names. I know some of their children's birthdays. So if you want to invest in my next project, if family is important for you, if community is important for you, or if you want to just come to our next block party, send me a message, and just wanted to share that with you from this conversation I had yesterday, right? Or you can say, what I learned about real estate from my cold plunge yesterday. I was standing outside, I was crying, I was thinking, I don't want to go in there, I don't want to go in there, I don't want to go in there. And I went in there and I came out and I thought that wasn't so bad. And it reminded me of the first time I bought a property. I was telling myself, I'm not going to buy a property, I don't want to lose money, it's too complicated, I don't want to deal with the tenants. I bought the property and some days I forget I even have it. It's that easy. And if I wouldn't have done that 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been where I am today. And, going to that cold plunge the other day just reminded me, sometimes it's just scarier before you do it. And then you do it, and it's not that bad. So this is how we're creating metaphors. This is how we're just... And one of the ways, as educators, as teachers, we try to explain things that people don't understand using a metaphor. And a metaphor is taking something people do understand and explaining it using that. So for example, if I say, cash flow in a business is like gasoline in a car. When the car has gas, it can go. When the car runs out of gas, that car does not work. Same thing like cash in a business. The business can go, you can hire people, you can operate. You run out of cash, that's like running out of gas in a car. So now we're taking something that people do understand to explain something we're trying to explain to them. That's what a metaphor is. So all these different things you can do with video, with messaging, with the content that you're creating. If you just say, I'm an artist experiencing life and I'm going to share what's really beautiful and powerful and insightful to me, and I'm just going to take out my phone, click record, and share it. So that's why everything that's happening here is contributing to you becoming an artist. Anything else needs to go on this mind map before we say that's pretty much it?
I would say, like, you inviting us into your home was, something really special. Like, even just the idea of inviting someone into your home. Forget 12 people coming and meals and everything else, right? Like, I think it says a lot about you, and it really set the tone for what we're doing here and who we're being. So thank you for that and for Christina's hospitality.
The immersion, I guess, into it with that, like coming into the home, it's not just like we rented space somewhere, but that we've been living together. You know? Like when you were giving me the ride back, you're like, okay, we're going home now. And normally it would be my thought of Windsor. And they're like, we're going home. I'm like, yeah. And then Karen, I think, messaged me and she's like, where are you? I said, I'm home. And I'm like, I am home. Like it was, so just that part of inviting that we feel somewhere, for the weekend.
Good.
Like the artist, I like how you were saying we're learning our craft and we're artists. I also like, especially with the lives, I feel that we are becoming like historians and capturing history in the making.
Yeah.
But we're also helping create it and shape it. We're not just spectators, we're active participants.
So I am an artist. I am a historian creating history. See, this is the content creation retreat. Everyone else is currently on the content consumption lifestyle. Everyone's consuming, right? And so we're creators. We have an idea, we bring it into form, and we're creating it. So I want to go back to this I am, because the most powerful thing you can do is change your identity. Then you don't have to try to do things, because when you're in the new identity, you don't have to try to do it. You just do it. Your new identity is one who makes videos whenever he wants. The new identity is the one who shows up prepared to a videographer and does it once a month or once every 3 months. The new identity is the one who says, I'm going to, record this Zoom call and post it because I'm comfortable with my sound and my voice. So this is create an identity of yourself that does the things you need to do to get the results you want. And I'm going to give you another little tip. The more you're comfortable with yourself, the easier you are on video. So I am confident. I accept myself. Dancing was not on the agenda, but we were walking back and we heard music. And here's what I know about dancing. Everybody likes to dance, but most people don't like to be seen dancing. And so they sit and watch. There's a lot of watchers. There's more watchers than there are dancers. And nobody who's watching is looking at the dancers saying, they don't know how to dance. They're all saying, I wish I had that confidence. So my recommendation is dance more, literally and metaphorically. And dance for the sake of dance, because you let the music move you, because you're present and you're just loving this moment. That's what great dancing is. It's not performing for other people. I hope I look okay. I hope I don't look silly. That's you're in your head, right? That's when you're like kind of struggling, like what am I doing? I don't know. Am I doing this right? But when someone's really just dancing and loving the moment, that's very magnetic. So the more you can do things that make you proud of yourself, the more you can say things to yourself that make you love yourself more and accept yourself more, and the more you can just dance with life, that's how you show up magnetic on video. Because you're just that person who's just like living well. Is this going to get you real estate investors? Yes, actually. Is this going to get you cybersecurity clients? Yeah, actually it is. Because it's just going to get you more comfortable sharing yourself. Because when you're so in love with who you are, then you're fully convinced that sharing yourself is a gift to humanity. If you're not in love with yourself, you're saying things like, sorry to bother you. Sorry to make you watch this whole video. Sorry to make you listen to me rambling on. Sorry I'm posting so much. I know it's probably annoying. That shows an underlying belief that you don't think that your presence is a gift. But when you feel like your presence is a gift, every time you post, you're like, you're welcome. You're gonna love that.
It's the magic words, right? So you, once you switch that identity, your words will change as well, right? The magic words.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Give examples.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's end it there. Nice work. We got a big mind map here. Nice big mind map. I'll share and I'll post this video.
Add one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, it's the communication. So instead of sending an email, I can send video email with it. Instead of sending a voicemail, I'll send a video.
Mm-hmm.
It's just much more impactful, and we learned that making video is easy. So, like, you just made the video of all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So communication, like, we need to change our communication style, I think, because most people don't know that making videos are easy because of technology or being uncomfortable, lack of confidence. But now we know that it's not right. So now we have this power,
Mm-hmm.
and if we transmit our communication through video, we get better results. I think.
Yes.
Much
Good.
more personalized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.